The kettlebell sumo deadlift. Here, Dale's going to approach two kettlebells that are touching each other with his sumo stance. Okay, so outside the width of the kettlebells, toes slightly pointed out and the knees externally rotated to align with the toes. We're going to drop down into our bottom deadlift position, making sure we're not turning it into a squat. Super easy, especially with kettlebells, to drop the bum way too low and try and turn it into a squat. Okay, not what we want. So the hips are a bit higher so that the shins are vertical. We should feel some tension through the hamstrings and glutes before we even start. Dale keeps the upper back engaged, the core is braced. He thinks about squeezing the glutes together and driving the floor away to stand up. Snapping the hips through, locking the knees back nice and quickly for a good aggressive rep on the way up. He stops nice and neutral, okay, so we don't overextend at the top. To come back down, we shift the hips to the wall behind us and let the knees bend slightly as we come down. Okay, so we've got that neutral alignment, the hips shift back, we feel that stretch through the hamstrings and glutes, and then the knees bend just to finish the rep off. Dale's going to show us a bad rep where we overextend at the top now, so the hips come through, and then bang, comes way too far back. We're loading that lower back. So make sure we're stopping with the shoulders in line with the hips, core braced, upper back engaged. Dale's going to show us a bad rep on the way down now, where we round, perfect, and we let that weight control us. Again, not what we want. We fight to hold that upper back in position, neutral spine, tension through the lats. We squeeze the hips through. On the way down on this one, Dale's going to turn it into a squat. Okay, not what we want to see, where we just drop the hips straight down and we turn it into a squat. Not necessarily unsafe, just a different exercise. We want to keep it as a deadlift. That is the sumo deadlift with kettlebells.